Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 18th of February. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, the year without question has opened because last weekend was a big weekend in Melbourne.
It's on in earnest, Phil. Last weekend was our little sampling of the real estate year, and it was a pretty good one, Phil. 8 out of 10 auctions we sold.
80% clearance rate,
We'll
Gary.
cop that any time.
Against an industry clearance rate. We'll get those towers right up now at 74%. So
And that's pretty good too, isn't it?
80%, Gary. Yeah. 8 out of 10. That's an A. So we actually pulled an A between the two of us.
First time ever. I don't think we'd have got that at school, either of us, that's for sure. Phil, too many auctions to talk about this weekend. So much going on. Just a quick summary of last weekend. Probably the auction of the weekend I had the pleasure of doing, I don't mind saying. And that was in Lahona Avenue in Bentley, Eastfield. The reserve was $830,000. Lo and behold, it was sold for $931,000.
That is an amazing result. $100,000 over reserve. How many bidders did you have there?
Well, we had 3 bidders just going hammer and tong for it, Phil, but it was an interesting auction because in all my years of auction, I don't know if it's happened to you, but it's happened to me. You know, we're going along beautifully. It's 870 or 80 or whatever. And lo and behold, Philip, I get a fly in my mouth or a bug in my mouth during the auction. That was challenging, Phil. So I'm not quite sure where it ever got to, but anyway.
Can you imagine?
Because the show goes on,
It's
Phil.
not impossible that this could happen, but you've got your mouth open, you're going absolutely
yeah.
at it,
Hammer
and a
and
bee
tongs
goes in.
Oh, bee.
Can you imagine?
It was nasty enough with that bug, but that was one of our great auctions on the weekend, amongst many others. I know that you sold that property in Kew beforehand, and we talked about lots of other sales, Phil, which we won't go through.
Actually, it's interesting to talk about that sale in Willsmere Road in Kew because it was a very nice 2-bedroom apartment. We actually sold it on the Friday.
Yes.
I think we exchanged contracts on that at around 6:30 on Friday evening. So properties do get sold before auction, and buyers and viewers need to be aware that if they've got an interest in a property, they need to make sure their name is registered with the agent. I'm not talking about us, I'm talking about all agents, because we have processes in our office that when we do sell before auction, everybody is made aware of a pre-auction sale.
We've got processes, don't we?
We do.
We're going to talk about the 2 that didn't get sold because I think there's some productivity on that film. One of those is in Huntley Road. Now, by the time this goes to air, it may already be sold because it's such good value, Phil. That was that one of a pair, semi-detached house, and I think it's for sale now around that $650.
That looks like a screamingly good buy. It's interesting. I was on my way to do an auction in Emma Street, and I went past as they were conducting their auction, and I thought, oh well, that'll get sold, no problem.
I thought the same.
I drove back from Emma Street. And there was no sold sticker on the board, and I thought, wow, how does that not get sold? So
it will.
I reckon it's days for that one to get sold.
That'll get sold.
And I did an auction at unit number 4 at 49 Khartoum Street on Sunday.
How's that for a place?
That was that is, if you're looking for a big apartment, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, renovated. The owner has gone through it and just done absolutely everything.
Great job.
And we passed that in at $725. Got a later offer of $740.
That's right.
Reserve $795. That's a great buy too.
It is a beauty. It's a penthouse apartment, but not at a penthouse price, Phil.
Correct.
Where are we? We're going to go right out of order, Phil, because before we review this weekend's auctions, we're going to start at the end, Phil.
Okay, Gary, we're at number 61 Rosemont Avenue, Caulfield North, on the corner of Yannicky.
Yes.
And what a great address it is. I've driven past this house for many times over the years and always speculated about what it might be. It's probably one of the best built houses I've ever seen. Solid brick, concrete slab at first level, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, car parking for 4 cars. And yes, Gary, you have turned around and shown the indoor swimming pool. So if you want to live in Club Med, Caulfield North, 61 Rosemont Avenue goes to auction this Sunday.
It may be a deterrent for some, but I actually built around the corner from this home, Phil.
I wasn't going to mention that.
So I personally reckon this is the best part of Caulfield North, and I only wish I could have built this quality, Phil, but I just didn't have the budget.
You certainly didn't build out of any bricks in your house.
There are some bricks somewhere, but let's talk about
nothing solid about your house.
The one thing solid, that's the debt. We have lots of auctions to talk about this weekend.
How many auctions have we got this weekend?
We did have 26, I think. We've sold 2 or 3 beforehand, Phil. It's just been crazy. It's been a grand sale, Phil, and it's all happening. Let's start reviewing them right now.
Kicking off first off at 10:30, we've got unit number 2 at 77 Mimosa Road in Carnegie. That's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car Fantastic villa. I'd recommend everybody having a look at that. We then move on to 12 Rosalina Street in Bentley.
Rosina, Phil.
Rosina. Did I say Rosalina?
Rosina.
And that's a 3 to 4 bedroom home, 2.5 bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars via lock-up garage.
Pretty spectacular,
That's a
isn't it?
beauty. 18 Lidson Street in Murrumbina. That goes to auction on Saturday at 11:30. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, parking for 2 cars. The most picture-perfect postcard facade, or picture postcard perfect facade.
You'll get it eventually.
And that's a beautiful one. We were moving on to Wickham Street in Hampton East at 11:30 also, but that one has been sold before auction.
Can't do any business for you in Hampton East. It's already been done, Phil. We're in Manchester Grove in Glenhuntly. Now, this is a beauty, Phil. It's a fantastic town.
3 bedrooms,
town
2
residence.
bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars, walking distance to Glenhuntly Road and the racecourse.
Yes,
great spot there.
We
and,
love being
and
at
the
the race
railway
course,
line.
don't we? And Leor Samuel handling that one. He's a bit of an expert in that little pocket there, Phil. 383 North Road. That's a very affordable period home, Phil, in a great location. Adam Josky and Joel Sir. That one's going to be also at 12:30 on Saturday. Did you know, Phil, that on Saturday we have 13 auctions in 10 different suburbs.
Wow.
We're all over the place.
Wow.
In Wanda Grove in East St Kilda, Phil, we're going to be auctioning that one at 12:30. Jeremy Rosen's going to be conducting that auction.
That's one at 3 Wando Grove, and I love this block, and Jeremy's had huge success there over the years. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Now, you know about this one in Glen Iris, Phil, in Park Road. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Lamore's Hamlet?
46A Park Road, Glen Iris, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, double lock-up garage, single story villa, which is what everybody wants, and that is the most magnificent part of Glen Iris, a really good spot, and an immaculate villa.
Phil, we're going to be in Shirley Grove at 1:30 on Saturday. Now, we've sold in this block
Shirley,
a few
you can't
times.
be serious, Gary?
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley, but we've sold a few in that block, and it's a terrific garden setting there, Phil. It's a beauty.
And Shirley Grove's just off Dandenong Road. It's a no-through road. It's a really good spot.
At 2:30, we venture on down to the beautiful shores of Albert Park, Phil. And how about this one? Cop this house, Phil, in Mill Street, Albert Park. Massive amount of interest. We're expecting a big
We've
result.
had the most incredible numbers go through that property, so that should go really well.
What it goes for is anybody's guess.
And that's at 2:30 on Saturday.
In Raleigh Street, Windsor, Phil, there's a very affordable property there in a great location, a 2-bedroom apartment right in the heart of Windsor, Phil. First home buy opportunity.
And Windsor, for those viewers that might not know exactly where Windsor is, because it's a postage stamp of a suburb, size-wise. Windsor is really the extension of Paran, but Windsor is its original name, and it's really kind of situate between the north side of Chapel Street going down to Punt Road.
We've got Rosina in the morning, but we have Rosamond in the afternoon. Philip, we've got this fantastic home in Balaclava. You're going to tell us about the Balaclava?
Look, you couldn't get a better looking house. That's a single-fronted Victorian, fully renovated throughout, just completely stunning, and a great spot, just a very short stroll to the fabulous Cafe Culture in Carlisle Street.
A 3:30 p.m. auction is that one, Phil, and I'm going to be bringing down the curtain on Saturday. We've gone from Rosina to Rosamond, and we finish in Rosalie, unit number 6 in a lovely little development there, Phil, and that one is going to be probably somewhere in the mid to high 6s.
3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and 2 car spaces.
Phil,
a garage and a second space.
Phil, we've got a very, very big Sunday.
Tell us about Sunday. How many have we got on Sunday?
We've got 12 on Sunday, Philip, and we're starting off at number 136 Alexander Street in East St Kilda. We shot GPTV from there a few weeks ago, and the interest has been ramping up there.
And what a great property it is too. I hope that goes well, because it's really good real estate.
It's going to go well. Let's talk about the others now, Philip. We're at 28 Bialaba Road. Now, this is a magnificent home. We also shot GPTV from there.
Love this house. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, undercover car parking for 2 cars, fully renovated, and congratulations to our sellers, our vendors there, who have done the most extraordinary renovation.
Lansdowne Road's a well-known street in East St Kilda, Philip. We've got an auction there at 11:30 a.m, flat 11 at 13 Lansdowne Road. That one's a beauty.
That's a great spot too. If you're an investor or a first home buyer or just somebody that wants to live in an apartment, Lansdowne Road, top spot.
Now, there's a beautiful home in Wilgar Street that I've got the pleasure of auctioning, Philip. While you are going to be doing your auction in Bialaba, I'm going to be in Wilgar Street auctioning a magnificent period. Well, it's sort of got a period feel, hasn't it? It is a period style property.
It's a great period style house, but fully renovated from start to finish.
Old and new working beautifully together, Philip.
Yeah,
11:30 a.m. and I know it. 12:30, Philip, in Nowong Road, Caulfield North. Now, Leon Guzenfitter in today's sales meeting said He reckons that is a good buy and a great opportunity. Has a bit of interest, but thinks there could be a value.
It's a 3-bedroom apartment too.
It is a terrific apartment, Phil. It is 3 bedrooms.
Hard to find a 3-bedroom.
Not many of them around, and it's in a very affordable price range, somewhere in that sort of around the 5 to 550
3-bedroom
range.
for the price of a 2.
Good value. Narrawong Crescent, Phil, a small and exclusive street. Tell us about this home. 12:30 on Sunday it auctions.
That is just magnificent. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage for 2 cars. If you're looking for a low-maintenance home, this is it, and a great spot too.
In the heart of Caulfield, in Neeram Road 5 at 44 Neeram Road, Caulfield. That one goes up for auction on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. We're expecting some good interest there, Phil.
Stunningly done inside. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage for 2 cars. Doesn't get much better than that.
Bent Street, one of the best streets in Caulfield South. Tell us about this home, number 38
Well,
Bent
it's a
Street.
big, glamorous family home. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, everything that opens and shuts. Nice back garden. Big family home. If you're looking for a family home, doesn't get much better than buying in the B streets. We've talked about that. The B streets being the A streets.
They are, Phil. Nice little quip there. We have a property right next to the beautiful gardens of Shelford, and that is in Glen Ira Road, unit number 3 at 283 Glen Ira Road in Caulfield North. This is a magnificent town residence.
That's a great spot there, Gary, because you're really getting 2 suburbs for the price of 1. It's technically in Caulfield North, but directly across the road is Elstonwick, so you're walking distance to really the best facilities that both those suburbs have got on offer.
A beautiful property, a good opportunity for somebody, and I'm looking forward to doing that auction at 1:30. We move on, Phil, to Waiora Road, 7 at 15 Waiora Road in Caulfield North. This is a terrific property.
Love that apartment because it's really hard to find an apartment in that part of North Caulfield. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars, and that is really just a very glamorous apartment. And Waiora Road is regarded as one of the best streets of Caulfield North.
It's in FNC, Philip.
Far North Caulfield, Gary.
Love it up there. Phil, we've got perhaps one of the best blocks of land that's been available in the Golden Mile of Caulfield North for many a year. And I'm going to be joining you for that auction, Phil. I am. Even though we're split up for most of the weekend, I'm coming to see you in action for 48 Aruna Road, Caulfield North.
Aruna Road, well, Gary, first of all, it's a fantastic block of land because it's 995 square metres. And viewers should know that in Caulfield North, most of the subdivisions are around 700 square metres. So to get something for $995, it means you can build the house of your dreams and you've got room to spread out and a good sized back garden.
And then it's all getting wrapped up right here again, Phil. 61 Rosemont Avenue, corner of Yanaki, a great blue chip address in Caulfield and a fantastic, well-constructed home. We're looking forward to seeing you here to bring down the curtain on the weekend, Phil. It's a big one.
So let's just talk very briefly, Gary, about how the market's performing, because everybody I bump into is saying, so what's happening with the market? Where's it all up to? And we're saying, look, it's early days yet. Bit hard for Melbourne to make a judgment call because we need a couple more weeks of auctions. Obviously, last weekend was a much busier week in Melbourne, but this weekend and the next weekend are 2 very big weekends in real estate. And it looks, from all indications, that Melbourne's really going to pick up from where it left off at the end of last year.
Solid.
It was solid 6 months. June to December last year was solid. We reckon it's going to continue with interest rates at a historical low. The Reserve Bank keeping cash rates on hold. There seems to be some optimism around. So this is a great time to be jumping into the market. And a great time to be selling because there's just so much activity.
Yeah, I think the prices went up already. So some people are saying, are the prices going up? I think they went up and I think they're being maintained at those levels. I'm not sure they're going to run away and go up a whole lot more, but they might. You know, we get caught out. Sometimes we have an opinion and lo and behold, we're incorrect. Believe it or not.
It's interesting because we had those 10 auctions on the weekend and the 8 we sold. I reckon all 8 that we sold, other than that one that you did in Bentley, they all sold for pretty much what we thought we would get. And that's really the sign of a healthy but stable market. And
balanced market.
And viewers should know that that's really the market that professional real estate agents like to work in, where supply and demand are relatively well balanced, where prices you're getting growth, but you're not getting exponential growth.
No, because when things go out of control, and people think all the agents are doing so well, and but we know there's often another side to that. But I think it is a very balanced market, isn't it?
And what often goes up very quickly is unsustainable. I think you're right. Last year,
and we're good at spending it all.
Last year was a year where we saw the market kind of come out of its flat period. We've got to jump in prices. I think our prediction going forward is that it's going to be a healthy year, but not a crazy year.
Solid and steady. So transact with confidence.
And we'll know whether we're right on the 31st of December 2014.
And if we're completely wrong, we're going to delete this edition so
Correct,
you can't
correct.
go back
This
and see
will be
it.
the edition that gets somehow mysteriously disappears from
Technology
the
can do that, can't it?
internet. It gets swallowed by the big black hole.
Thanks very much, everybody, for tuning in to GPTV. It's an exciting time in real estate. There's lots of offerings and opportunities out there for buyers and sellers alike. We look forward to keeping you informed and look forward to seeing you next week. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.
Bye now.